Hey guys, so good evening. We're back once again to give you an update on what's happening in the Philippine stock market and what's so interesting today, looking at least for the movement of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. It closed higher at 6,870, but as you can see from the closing, we started to see it dip. The highest for today for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index went as high as 6,910, 870. It's still up though, 0.63%, but the value turnover is below the 5 billion peso mark. So again, one of the things that is very, very important for me in terms of conviction is upward moves with very, very large value turnover. That being said, I want to talk about and analyze the charts of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, AC, JFC, GMA7, Globe, URC, MONDE, ACEN, then maybe let's end everything off with Dito. So there, please do notice that everything that we are discussing right now is pretty much from the context of what the chart is telling us from technical analysis, which for those who have been following this channel, my books, or at least the seminar series, technical analysis is pretty much based on price, past prices, and also volume. So the chart discounts everything because it tells you everything you need to know in order for those stocks to be analyzed from a price and volume perspective. That being said, let's start everything off with the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, which is generally a representation of how the market is, how the 30 plus stocks inside the Philippine Stock Exchange is also moving, and which is a great representation of the large cap stocks that we have in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So, that being said, I want to start everything off with this. MACD signaled the change in direction, which if you try to analyze it and you try to look at the general way of how I have been analyzing stocks in general, is that the change in direction, at least from this perspective, is showing us that, hey, from something that was pushing up from the middle of May right here, we've seen a break in that particular upward push, and a possible narrative of where it is or where it's headed is mainly possibly looks at, hey, it may be looking that it's starting to consolidate a bit right now. So please do write this down. The current consolidation level that we are seeing for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index is, you have a support at the 6832 level, which is also, at least from looking at this perspective, it's from the bounce of the 20-day moving average, which works as a level of support as well. So you have two support areas at that level. One is the 20-day moving average. Second is the 6832 support level brought about by this. This area of resistance is your new level of support right here. And that being said, our current resistance right now is pretty much because of it failing to break above the 6979 level. So as you can see here, it tried to hit the 6979 level a couple of days ago. It tried and did its at least it tried to push higher to somehow give us a semblance that it was trying to break past that, but to no avail. There were three instances that it tried to break it, but it did not, and followed by a short sell down. So things to watch out for: the resistance at 6979 and the support at 6832. So as we see it start to hold the 6832 level, as long as it holds that, possible narrative or movement for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index is it may move around this particular area. That being said, if the 6832 level does not hold, then you have a possible retracement right here at the 6681 level, or if you have a breakout from the 697 level, possible resistance for the short term will be the 7098 mark. Comment below if you're learning and if this is something that's helping you. Just a quick note though, for those who are following me for the first time or you stumbled into this channel, my name is Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and this is me analyzing the charts from my own perspective. Please do note that you have to do your own due diligence when you start buying, selling, and trading the markets. This is not financial advice. This is me sharing my own conviction on how I'm analyzing them. And please don't buy, sell, hold, or avoid just because you hear it off of YouTube. Because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your responsibility. You have to take the time to really analyze what you're actually coming into. Now, that being said, this is what happened to Ayala Corporation. We mentioned this in previous videos that it broke past all of these moving averages, and it broke past also this downward trending slope. So similar to what's happening to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, we have a change in direction right here. But above and beyond that, we have a consolidation in this particular area. You have a support of 798. You have a resistance at 835. Movement upward to the 798 level. This is its possible push upward. Failure to break this, then we may just see it continually consolidate from this particular period. That being said, if this does not hold also, possible retracement for the short term will be here, 770. If 798 does not hold, if it breaks out from 835, the current resistance right here at the 866 mark still would be the next possible area for it to go. So next one, let's look at Jollibee. So Jollibee, no, what's interesting about Jollibee is that it tried to push above and above the 220 plus mark, but we could mark this area now as an area of resistance somewhere around the 217 level. It hit it intraday. It went as high as 223 last June 16, 2021, but after that it started to retrace. So again, if you look at the textbook definition of how the Philippine Stock Exchange Index is a representation of the broad market. As you can see right here, you have another change in direction also that is very, very similar to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. That is very, very similar also to AC. And you also have it right here that, oh nga, no, it started to bounce past the 20-day moving average and it has also started to consolidate. So this is where Jollibee is right now. Support is at the 200 peso mark. Resistance is at the 217 level. Continued bounce from this level will bring it somewhere around 217 once again, which is where our resistance is, which is also confirming the current consolidatory nature, at least for Jollibee. This is a 9.3% spread from 19947 to 207 to 217.33. Next stock to talk about is GMA7. Please remember, one of the reasons why GMA7 is also interesting is that from a dividend standpoint, the dividends that they have been giving have been very, very generous, primarily because they have been earning more, also pretty much because of ABS-CBN being closed down. That being said, it consolidated for a bit for 12.6 as a level of support and 13.21 as a level of resistance. It did that for 5 days. Then seeing all of the action today, we've started to see it push up and break out once again. So the level, the large green candlestick right now is still within where the trend is, where GMA7 is moving in an upward trending fashion with the 20, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages confirming it. And MACD also has not dipped below the zero line cross. The upward move right now is pretty much the breakout of the 13.21 resistance level. So this is the current trajectory of where GMA7 is. And if you'll allow me to zoom out, we have not seen it move much higher than that particular line as well. Next is I want to talk about Globe. For those who want to learn more, by the way, about this, I have a I have a I have a technical analysis course which is happening this July. For those who want to learn more about this, candlesticks, MACD, ADX, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, parabolic SAR, that's what we're discussing in our July Stock Smarts technical analysis class. It will be 2 weekends, it will be 4 half-day sessions, and we're going to talk about all of the basics that you need to know for you to be able at least to trade the Philippine stock market, the US stock market, and also the crypto markets as well. So I'll put the link in the description below for those who want to join us there. But for those who want to learn and consume content via reading, we'll have you can check out my books which are available in both Shopee and Lazada. So that being said, I want to show this. Globe has continued to move sideways now. However, the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average are relatively bearish as of this point in time. It really hasn't gone above that level. That's why we really haven't seen a legit reversal at the very least for Globe. And if you'll allow me to slope this, you still have highs that are decreasing, which depicts a downtrend. But for the short term, as you can see right here, it's currently consolidating right here with a support at the 1795 mark and a resistance at the 1896 area. So Whatever downward movement that we're actually seeing is primarily because it failed to break out this level of resistance at the 1,898 mark, and that's what we're seeing right here for the downward push that's going on. So if you look at it from a candlestick perspective, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have 6 straight days already of red candles. You have 6 straight days already also of selling. Possible area, cheapest place for you to actually look at it from a support and resistance perspective is a support right here at the 1796 mark. Comment below if you're learning and if this is something that is helping you and giving you value. This is URC. Current resistance that we could peg is right here. 148 current support that at least you could peg also for URC is right here. 13897. If you want to be very strict, you could put a short-term resistance here at the 141 mark. So what's evident though is similar to what we talked about at the start of this video. You have a cross down here depicting the downward push. You have a failure to break out from this resistance level. You have a breakdown from the 143, 142 resistance. Then you also have a push down below the 20-day moving average. What's clear though is that we're seeing signs of it also consolidating, similar to what we have or what we've written down for majority of the stocks that we've analyzed here. So please do write this down. 138.97 is your support. 141, 142 is your resistance, and then your longer resistance with the larger margin is at the 148.41 level. So 138.97 support, 142 resistance, 148.4 as another level of resistance for you, at the very least for your C. Next is let's look at MONDE. This is how Muntinlupa looks like. It has consolidated a bit also after its IPO. This is how it has moved. It pumped a bit for the short term from this area, which is 13.1. It has moved up somewhere around 12, you can say 12.2%. Then from that particular area, it has started to consolidate already. Your resistance is at 14.78. Your support is at 14.29, and it hit that particular level last Friday right here. Then yesterday showed us confirmation that it's built. There are some there's a level of buying at the 14.29 area. Then today it dipped again at the 49.29 area. This is our third day at least of evidence showing us that after the upward move, it's building a support level at the 14.29 mark, and it has also started to consolidate. So please do write this down for Muntinlupa, 14.29 support, your resistance. As of this point in time, you can peg it at the 14.8 level. So lastly, last two stocks I want to talk about ACEN. Let's see how is it proceeding now from its breakout. As you can see right here, the breakout, at least for ACEN, is still pretty much intact. It had a red candle yesterday, but today it made up for all of those losses from yesterday, and it's still proceeding on its breakout. So please do remember that this large red candle here, this red candle right here, does not change the fact that ACEN is still breaking out, that it's still in an uptrend, that if you'll allow me to zoom out right here, that it's still above or away from the range of 6.59 and 7.94, which it consolidated We've talked about the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, Ayala Corporation. We talked about Jollibee, Globe, URC. I I'm not sure why nawalan ng audio at certain points, no, but my mic said that um, nawala yung audio for quite some time. I'm not sure at what part it is, But what I'll do so that it gives you value, I'll just re-show the stocks that I showed you. This is Dito. Support is here at 9.25, resistance is at 10.14. For Dito, for ACEN, the breakout is still pretty much intact right here. For Mondenisen, right here, it's consolidating also with a 14.29 support and a 14.77 resistance. The same is also happening right now for URC. You have URC 138 support, 142, 148 resistance. Then you have also Globe right here with it consolidating and also failing to break out from the 1895 resistance level. Then you also have GMA7, which has continued its upward push and has broken out the 13.1 resistance level. Jollibee, as you can see, similar to Ayala Corp and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, it's currently consolidating with MACD also confirming it. And the same can be said also for Ayala Corp. So I'm not sure at what part, because I'm recording this raw, I'm not sure at what part nawalan ng audio, but apologies for that. And I do hope that this is something that gave you value. This is something that helped you also trade the markets with confidence. So um, if you want to trade US markets, check out what I have in the description below. It's Go Trade. It allows you to invest in US stocks for $1 only. Check out the link, and then as you download it, it will require you to use a code. You can use the code down below because it's invite only as of this point in time. Then you can also check XM for those who want to use technical analysis and trade the Forex markets. You can do that. They have a $30 um, something that you can use for your equity, $30. And up until the end of June, if you deposit $100, they will match it with $100 also that you can use for your trading with a maximum of $500. So that's up until the end of June only. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.